Hello and welcome to more Vintage Cube. What do we got in this pack? It's a pretty unexciting pack, except that is a pretty good upheaval. Upheaval is just a very good card, and when you get it early, you can just kind of draft around it. Blue-green upheaval is quite strong. I think one of the better applications of upheaval. And then you can also fit like opposition in there, but even in like a big artifact deck, it's good. And honestly, if you just have like a couple Moxen or whatever, you can like upheaval, play land, play some Moxen, play a creature, and win the game that way. So I think this card is the highest upside. Sorry, my voice is kind of scratchy. I just woke up. We got Thalia. You could definitely take Thalia and try and wheel like a Vindicate, maybe. Try and go like blue or black white. I think that deck's really strong, but Upheaval is more fun. I don't think I've drafted an Upheaval deck yet. Also, Workshop is something you could start with, but I think honestly, even in the Workshop deck, Upheaval is probably maybe not better, but like in general, this card's just going to do a lot more. We can take Time Twister now. Time Twister is really, really good. I like Lotus Bloom. Winter Orb's okay. Corrosive Portal, being colorless card draw, is always welcome. And then Lotus Cobra if you do want to try and force the blue-green upheaval. But Time Twister is more fun, so we're going to try that route. And one really cool combo is you can upheaval and then Time Twister, so they like lose all the stuff that they had in play. Not too sad if that happens. What am I saying? That's good if it happens to your opponent. We got Ugin. Ugin is great. Mirari's Wake upheaval is a combo, but it might come around. Thoughtseize, I think one of the best black cards in the cube. Definitely taking Thoughtseize over Grave Titan. Again, there's so many 6-mana plays, and like this is pretty replaceable. So I think it's Ugin. Wall of Roots is also pretty good, but we're gonna take Daddy Ugin here. Just a really, really nice top end play. Now I probably have to start taking enablers or mana, so I can take Jace Beleren, Sylvan Library, Incubation Druid, Verdant Catacombs. Yeah, I don't think I'm taking Mind Slaver, and I don't need more 8-drops here. I'm leaning towards the Incubation Druid, just because it helps with mana, it helps ramp us to Ugin, good with Time Twister and Upheaval. Jace is good if we want to go mono blue. Actually, we could go mono blue Upheaval. I've never done that before, I've never seen it happen, but if we get High Tide Upheaval is definitely a combo. I can take Mind's Desire now. First of all, this is a very late Mind's Desire, like 5th pick. I think this card is one of the better Storm cards, so seeing it relatively late is kind of a decent signal that people aren't taking Storm cards, hopefully. There could have been like 2 Storm cards in the pack and someone took 1. But you know what? Let's try and go big blue. I'm on board with that game plan. We can take an Orzhov Signet now. Nothing in this pack is really that enticing except for maybe a Seachrome Coast, but again, Signet's good with Upheaval. Okay, well the pack's not going the way we would like to see. Guess we can take a Thing in the Ice. I don't love this card, but it is good in some matchups in some decks. Like, I think Questing Beast is pretty bad, or at least in most decks. Like in an aggressive green deck, it's good. But other than that, you don't really want to play a 4-mana 4/4. Knight of the Reliquary is okay, but yeah, we'll take the blue card here. See, oh, there we go. Oh no! Oh no! Oh man. Well, sometimes this happens. I mentioned this a couple times in draft, but you know, you could be the one person drafting an archetype, but you get 2 of the cards you want with 8 cards left in the pack, so you literally can't take both of them. So even if we're the only ones drafting the High Tide deck, we can't get High Tide Turnabout. I'm gonna take High Tide. It's better for the deck. Wow, Workshop Thalia Wield. I'll take Sensei's Divining Top here. So far we're still mono blue. I could take a Winter Orb. I like that a bit more than Blast Zone. Mono blue stacks could be interesting. Gifts Ungiven. We do have a way to shuffle. So the biggest downside to Gifts is that you tutor up the 4 best cards in your deck and you get 2 of them, but then your deck's full of nothing. But if you have a Time Twister to reshuffle them back, it could be okay. Wow, that is a very late Mindslaver. I'll take that. Pretty late Stoneforge and Chain Lightning. There's a lot of late stuff here. I'll take Kolaghan's Command. I think that's... Well, actually, we have Gifts Ungiven, so Gifts on Barrel Rights, definitely a combo worth going for. So gifts, basically, it says choose up to 4 cards. So if you just choose 2 cards, they both go to your graveyard. And then your opponent has to, put them both in their graveyard. You choose on Barrel Rights plus a creature, and then you can just reanimate the creature right away. It's actually a pretty sweet combo. All right, we got a last pick, Angel of Invention, not too bad. What are we going for this pack? Mind Twist is good, but I think Counterspell's a bit better. We're not in black. We don't have that much fast mana generation. Where did my Sensei Divining Top go? There it is, okay. We don't have that much fast mana generation, so it's not like we're going to be able to cast this for like 4 on turn 3. It'd be more like cast it for 10 on turn 6, which is not really where you want to be with Mind Twist. You just want to get this down quickly. So we're going to take Counterspell, maybe Wheel of Wyrn Power Stone, but probably not. But I think this kind of effect is just really solid. Ooh, it's a Dak Faden. So we can go, not playing Angel. We can go blue-red. We have Daretti Mindslaver, not too much else to combo with it yet. Dak Faden's good. Kozilek is quite strong with our High Tide, like Mind's Desire game plan. So if we want to go for Storm, that's good. I think I'm going to take Dak because he's less replaceable. There are 3 Eldrazi that are pretty good, Emrakul being the best. I think I would take Emrakul over Dak Faden maybe, but I think in this situation, Dak is just too good to pass up. Ooh, Cryptic Command. I do like me Cryptic Command. Brazen Borrower is an excellent card, but we're shaping up to be very, very heavy blue, even mono blue potentially. So taking that feels nice. Jitaxian Probe is a good combo with Mind's Desire. Kiki-Jiki Restoration Angel is in the same pack. Lightning Greaves we don't really need. I think I'm just going to take the Probe. The Information plus Deck Thinning I think is really good. I don't know why it keeps getting rid of cards here, but they're coming back. My mouse is really not good, so my clicks won't be great, but fortunately this is Magic, so you don't really need to click that fast. Ponder, Venser, Polluted Delta don't really have that much to do with Blightsteel. Unfortunately, Blightsteel is not really a combo with Daretti because it just shuffles itself back in when you discard it. And Goblin Welder Mindslaver is good, but again, we don't have that many artifacts. I think I'm leaning towards just taking this Ponder and then trying to wheel Venser Polluted Delta, because there's good cards in the pack. It'll probably be like Brightling, Sweltering Suns, and Ink Eyes that come around, though. I think I'm just going to take Ponder. Having early plays is always good. Ooh, there's Emrakul. Thirst for Knowledge, Golos. Leaning towards Thirst. Although Emrakul is a good Eldrazi payoff. And it does just win games. Thirst is just... Now I'm going to take the card draw, actually. I like the card draw here. Palinchron is infinite with High Tide. Don't really have much to do with Metalworker. We could take Smokestack, but I'll just take Palinchron. So now we have a way to go infinite with Mind's Desire. You need, I believe, 6 lands. Because 6 lands generates 12 mana, and this costs 7 plus 4. Yeah, so with 6 lands you can go infinite. Okay. Okay, now we're talking. There's the Thousand Year Storm or a Chart of Course. This could be an interesting Thousand Year Storm deck. I know I didn't take any rituals, but there was a Manamorphose in a pack. We have High Tide. Turnabout's not coming around. Unfortunately, that was in the High Tide pack. But Chart of Course is also decent. I think I want to go for the max fun and payoff play there. We could take a Brainstorm now. Okay. Yeah, I feel pretty good. Like, we have Ponder, Probe, Brainstorm. So, kind of, if we get Thousand Year Storm in play, we should maybe be able to win. We don't have any spells that combo with it yet, right? We don't have any, like, burn or rituals, really. But you don't need that much of a payoff to win with this card. You get to copy spells for each, like every spell has Storm. So even if you just like Ponder, ooh, there's a Manamorphose. I would like to Fairy, but yeah, like Manamorphose, Thousand Year Storm generates like 10 mana and draws 5 cards. That's pretty good. That should be enough to win the game at that point. I think I want to take Boros Signet. This isn't really a Burning of Jinyeh deck. It could be an Oblivion Stone deck because I don't have much in the way of permanence. So just killing everything is not the worst, but I'd rather just be faster. Also, that's a good combo with our Upheaval that we have. I don't think I'm going to take the Colonnade. Lightning Greaves doesn't do much. I guess I'll just take this as fixing. Okay, so it was the Goblin Welder. I'll take it. Again, it is a combo with Mindslaver. If you can discard a Mindslaver and then Goblin Welder it back into play, it's only 4 mana to activate, which is pretty cheap. We have a Duretti as well. And we have more artifacts. I don't think this is a good Winter Orb deck. But we need a little bit more payoff to make Thousand Year Storm work. I'll take an Arcane Artisan. I don't have any creatures really to combo with it. Okay, there's a Metalworker. Did you just see that? Why did Winter Orb get taken there? I honestly don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, Frantic, ooh. Oh, this is rough. So, Mox Diamond is really good for this deck because we need to be quick. And it also taps for any mana of any color. Frantic Search is amazing with High Tide. And if we don't wheel it, this deck becomes a lot worse. I think I just have to take the safe pick. Because Mox Diamond is, like I said, very good, but Frantic Search makes this deck like basically twice as good. We can hit it off Mind's Desire now, so we have a way to generate mana. It's absurd with Thousand Year Storm. You can basically draw through your whole deck, you know, find the card you need to win, get High Tide. Time Twister with Thousand Year Storm is actually really funny because you can like play things in between all the Thousand Year Storm activations. Ooh, Lion's Eye Diamond, Wheel of Fortune, Splinter Twin Pestermite in the same pack to Fairy. So right now we have LED, which is good to hit off Mind's Desire. It's kind of a combo with Upheaval. You can like play Upheaval, crack LED, and then just recast the things in play. There's a Karn. Karn can just win games. We have Karn plus Ugin for like complete game control. And then Wheel of Fortune, if we want to try and wheel LED, Storm has seemed somewhat open. So we could take Wheel of Fortune and try and wheel that. These are all the options. Karn is probably the most like standard pick. I don't think I'm playing Duretti. Wheel of Fortune is the most upside to like wheel LED. I'm gonna go for the most upside here. That seems more fun. Ooh, okay. Well, we have Narset plus Time Twister and Wheel of Fortune. Again, I don't like this card. I think it's just not fun. It's terrible design. It shouldn't be in the cube, but it's here and I'm gonna play it because we play to win and have fun. So we'll take Narset. That combo is very, very strong. Ooh, Time Spiral, perfect. Time Spiral is exactly what this deck wanted. Okay, now we can take a... Ooh, I don't think I need Past in Flames. I have both Time Twister and Time Spiral to shuffle things back. I think I want to take a Spell Pierce and try to wheel a Mystical Tutor. I do need a spell that does like 1 damage to win the game. Like a single burn spell. Hopefully Expansion Explosion comes around. I think I'm going to take the Disruption in the form of Spell Pierce though. Oh, there's Brain Freeze. Okay, that makes it easy. Winning with Brain Freeze is not that hard. Entomb, Garruk. I guess I'll take a Hangerback Walker. The biggest downside to this deck is we don't have like mana fixing. Ooh, Vendilion Click. I like that. Yawgmoth's Will is good, but first of all, we have like a bunch of things that shuffle our graveyard. Second of all, we don't have black fixing. And third of all, like none of our rituals are like, we don't have rituals. And Yawgmoth's Will is really good if you have rituals, but like reusing a High Tide is fine. But you're spending 3 mana to do that and generate black. It's just better to have Vendilion Click. Ooh, Wandering Fumarole? Dude, Wrenn and 6 always goes so late. I don't know why. Alright, so LED is now looking quite good. And it's looking like we can basically be like mono blue Storm even? Not playing Colonnade. I don't even think Thousand Year Storm right now is getting in the deck. But Thousand Year Storm plus Time Twister can let us go infinite. There's LED. That's nice. Ooh, Teferi. I think I gotta take LED here, but Teferi is nice because it stops your opponent from being able to interact with you, but I'll take this. This deck is looking real spicy. We got good card draw. I don't think this is a gifts deck. Upheaval is looking suspect, but it is a good like get out of jail free card. We can win with Ugin. There's an Empty the Warrens. I do like Mana Flare. I have Time Spiral. Do I need Empty to win? I have Brain Freeze, but no other plan B. If Expansion Explosion comes around, I'm going to take Mana Flare. It didn't come around. I think this was the Explosion pack. We might be in some trouble. Let's be real. Everyone likes playing win conditionless Storm. I'll take the Grudge. We can still win. It's fine. Field of Ruin. We can Wandering Funeral beatdowns. We can cast Upheaval like infinite times. I think I might need Thousand Year Storm. I'm trying to think how this deck wins if we don't Brain Freeze them. Because we can't take infinite turns. We can just like empty their hand. We can Ugin kill them. We can Mindslaver lock them. So the thing Thousand Year Storm does for us is it lets us cast multiple Time Twisters in a turn. And then the second Time Twister will reshuffle the first Time Twister. So then we have Time Twister in our deck again. And we can keep doing that. We could also cast like 100 Wheel of Fortunes and mill everybody. I think I'll start with this in the sideboard. We have enough to win. We can just like Upheaval into a Palinchron and beat down. That's fine. I know I took Mana Flare very highly. We could even start without red. Just go straight up mono blue. And that's not terrible. Because then we just put a bunch of islands in our deck. Thing in the Ice. We have Brain Freeze. I don't think I like Sensei's Top. All of this looks nice. Is Brainstorm even good? Brainstorm basically is like 1 mana get Storm because I don't have any fetch lands. Maybe I cut Brainstorm. And then I like the Signets because we have a couple draw 7s and getting up in mana is important. But maybe I just cut 1 Signet and then just played all islands, 17 islands. The real question is, do I want Gearhulk? So Gearhulk can flash back Cryptic Command, Frantic Search, Thirst for Knowledge, Brain Freeze, Counterspell, Spell Pierce, Tutor, High Tide. It does cost 6 mana. I think I'm gonna say no. I think we're gonna play the Storm deck as is. I gotta remember Field of Ruin in the sideboard if I see some non-basics, but 17 basic islands in this deck is really enticing. We have all the Narset locks, and then if we see artifacts, we can like bring in red for Dak Faden. But with our terrible fixing, I would prefer just to stay blue. So we're gonna run the deck like this, see what happens. See you guys round 1. All right, we're playing against Valetsky. We're gonna go first. No. It's enticing because we had, like it feels like we have perfect mana, because we do. But then you remember that every hand will have perfect mana. So, I think in this hand, I almost want to just get rid of Frantic Search because it's card disadvantage. But I feel like just binning Ugin makes the most sense, because we have a bunch of like draw 7s. So like, the odds of us playing Ugin before we draw a new hand are very low. Whereas the odds of like wanting to make land drops, Frantic Search with High Tide being good, things like that is much higher. It's a mono blue mirror match, okay. Well, maybe. It's at least blue versus blue. I don't dislike drawing lands because again, we have Frantic Search so we can kind of reshuffle. Opponent says they are a fan of the stream, which I appreciate. All right, blue-black. I will counter a discard because they would just take Counterspell anyway. And this deck can, like, basically the moment we draw High Tide, this deck can just go off. So I'm actually pretty happy with the way this deck is. We just have to not face people with Eldrazi in their deck, and it'll be easy. We can still win if we face people who have Eldrazi in the deck. It's just going to be much, much, much harder. We have to, like, Mindslaver them, and then, like, make them kill themselves, or, like, beat them down with a Palinchron and a Vendilion Click. Alright, definitely not mono blue. Opponent's, like, straight up Grixis. But they're just giving us time, and all we want to do is make land drops. This deck can go off at a moment's notice. Impulse, I'm okay with that. I'm going to Spell Pierce cards that impact the board. Number 1, they're playing Grixis, so most of their spells are going to be non-creature. So Spell Pierce is going to be good that way. And then number 2, like, I don't know. It just seems like we're going to give them cards anyway if we Time Twister. So I'd rather just constrain their mana, like stop them from casting stuff. Okay. Opponent's not doing anything. We draw Palinchron. Still making land drops. I don't want to Frantic Search until I have to. I will Spell Pierce a Fact or Fiction, just because that's a lot of cards, but really anything else is not going to get through. I really hope they're not playing Sneak Attack Emrakul. That would be rough. Collective Brutality. So I pretty much have to counterspell that, which is unfortunate, but not letting them know what's in our hand is pretty important. Getting close to wanting to Frantic Search, but I think I can wait one more turn. I can Spell Pierce like a Rakdos' return or whatever. I could also Frantic Search into Cryptic Command if that becomes a concern. Opponent has stopped making land drops. No, they didn't, never mind. They're not doing anything, okay. There's Time Twister. Do I just go for a Time Twister? I could play Palinchron, but if they counter it, that's pretty bad. I think I'm going to start with Frantic Search and just see what I hit. Because Time Twister refilling my hand seems kind of good now. And having them counter Frantic Search as opposed to Time Twister would be much better for me. Dig Through Time. So, given that they're tapping out, I think I just let Dig Through Time resolve, and then I cast Time Twister. Because they get to get the best two cards. They no longer have Collective Brutality in their deck. I'm going to draw a fresh 7. This seems pretty good. And I have Spell Pierce to stop any Force of Will shenanigans. Alright, Dig Through Time resolves. We Frantic Search. Ooh, Lion's Eye Diamond was great. So I'm going to discard Island. And I don't think I want to Palinchron. Number one, it plays into Daze. But number two, I would prefer to have Palinchron in hand post Time Twister in case I can go like High Tide Palinchron, because that goes infinite immediately. So we can go Island, LED, Time Twister. I kind of want to Spell Pierce, but having mana seems good. Let's do it. They have to have Force of Will. Daze doesn't do it. Maybe that was too much of a commitment to Lion's Eye Diamond. Okay. That was perfect. I think we just win now. High Tide. Palinchron. Beautiful. So we can Brain Freeze them, see their whole deck. So let's do this. Oh my gosh, with my mouse, this is gonna take forever. I'm gonna come back. Alright, so my opponent gushed. I'm like halfway through the combo. That signifies to me they maybe have like a Force of Will or something. Interesting time to do it, but I'm just trying to build up the Storm count here, and then I'll come back. Well, Mind's Desire with like a Storm count of 15. If you want to be truly optimal, you should probably go a bit more here, but my right click like just doesn't register when I do it, so I have to click like 5 times every time I do it. So we'll come back in like a minute or so. Alright, that's probably good enough. I'm going to keep him in hand, so I think at this point I just cast Mind's Desire. For 15 is probably good enough, like that's my whole deck, more or less. There's Ugin, there's For Knowledge. I can see their hand, which will be good. There's Brain Freeze. I guess I just Brain Freeze them right now. See if they have Eldrazi in their deck. They do not. That's good information. Alright, Mono Blue Storm takes down game 1. I didn't see a whole lot, but I did see discard, so Brainstorm gets more appealing. Basically, you can just like Brainstorm, shuffle away like your good cards, or put them on top. I didn't see Force of Will, so that makes LED a little bit better on the draw. I like this Signet, I think. I think I'm just going to get rid of Thing in the Ice. I have Upheaval. So now my win conditions are Jace Ultimate, Ugin plussing them to death. Alright, let's do it. And if you haven't gotten one already, you should check out my playmats. They're for sale for 3 more days. You can just check the description. Otherwise, just enjoy the games. Ooh, do we keep the 1-lander on the draw? We have Spell Pierce. I don't think so. This hand's good. We just get rid of Lion's Eye Diamond and we get a turn 3 Jace plus Pierce. And our opponent, did they cast a single spell? They cast a discard, Dig Through Time, and Gush. And they mulligan to 5. Okay. This is not good for them. We'll put it that way. Okay. Ooh, okay. Upheaval gives us something to do. So we need no discard this turn, and then Jace plus Spell Pierce should be decent. Also, Ashiok absolutely destroys our deck. We have like no way to interact with her. So if they counter... Oh. I actually cannot Jace plus Spell Pierce because of Boros Signet. I think I wait a turn. because next turn I can Jace, draw, then play a land. And 4 mana is like where a lot of scary things happen in most decks. Ugin. Okay, let's play Jace. I will draw. Look at how many times I had to right click. We want to hit a land very badly. Okay, that was perfect. And we use the Boros Signet there just to play around Daze. It's the only thing, because basically in order to get double blue, I could either activate Signet or just use these 3 islands. I'm actually pretty tempted to upheaval soon, if I can. Because my opponent has more lands in play than me. I don't have much pressure. They must be on Storm, right? That's the only thing I could think of given the cards I saw and their lands. Like, it's gotta be Storm. Jace, I draw. Okay. Brain Freeze is comforting. So I could just upheaval, but at the very least I would like to upheaval with the land drop active. I might just start Jace upticking. Depending on, again, I don't know if they're playing Storm, so they can Collective Brutality and take something. That's fine. They pretty much have to take Spell Pierce. Very interesting. They take Mind's Desire out of all of those. Don't know what's going on with that, but I guess it is the most immediate combo with Palinchron. So I uptick Jace. That gives them card draw, but it gives me like tons of card draw. I think I like doing that. I already have like draw 7s, and drawing into counter spells is really where I want to be. Island, go. No upheaval yet. They're doing a whole lot of nothing. Not complaining about it. Didn't they see Spell Pierce? Okay, so they're definitely on Storm, but they certainly saw Spell Pierce and they just didn't take it. Weird. Well, if they're on Storm, it feels like upheaval should be pretty good. Mindslaver. 6, 7, 8. So if I can draw like High Tide, we can get there. Alright, Probe is really good here. Let's see what you got going on. Time Twister, Tendrils, Expansion Explosion, Cabal Ritual. Fair enough. So their hand is very, oh my gosh. I'm just gonna show this one, Time Twister, Cabal Ritual. So if I upheaval, they really can't do much. I can't do that much either though. That's the problem. I think I just play Mindslaver. Pass turn. Because basically that forces them to have to Time Twister. They have like not that much mana. And I have mana up for all my counter spells after they Time Twister me. Seems okay. I don't want to Brain Freeze them because giving them cards in graveyard for Cabal Ritual just seems really bad. Yeah, and Mindslaver seems way better than Ugin against the Storm deck. They drew LED? Okay, that's a very, very good draw. It's effectively Black Lotus with Time Twister. And what they could do is Time Twister and then expansion the Time Twister. And then they can use instants like in between the 2 shuffles. I don't know if that's worth it. They probably should have cast expansion on Cabal Ritual, to be honest. Yeah, that seems better, because that just gives you an extra mana. But we'll see. Okay. Ugh. I mean, this hit is good for next turn. I just win. If they can't... Wait, they didn't even crack LED. Uh-oh. They must have Yawgmoth's Will. Okay. Alright, they have Yawgmoth's Will. We might just be... Oh, they didn't... Uh-oh. They must be new to Storm. They didn't crack Lines on Diamond in response. Oh, opponent, no. That's really bad. Because your hand is exiled if you do that. Uh-oh. That's rough. Yeah, so for those who don't know... Yawgmoth's Will, I guess I gotta go to it here. It wasn't revealed. When you cast Yawgmoth's Will, it says if stuff would be put into your graveyard, it gets exiled. So you have to sacrifice Lion's Eye Diamond in response to Yawgmoth's Will. Otherwise, you just lose everything and you can't play any spells. Really unfortunate to win a match that way, but they scooped. So see you guys round 2. All right, we are here for round 2 against Boozy09. Oof. I like this hand on the play, but turn 4 Cryptic and nothing else is probably just too slow. I'm gonna mulligan. Alright, we have a Ponder, so I will keep this one. I can also Mystical Tutor for a draw 7 if I need it, but I I almost want to just get rid of this and just try and, because I want to just draw lands. Yeah, let's just get rid of this for now. Because I already have High Tide. High seem to, yeah. Thoughtseize. Oh no! I regret everything. They take my Ponder and my hand is terrible. I mean, they could take High Tide. That has like more long-term implications. Because if they take Ponder and I draw a land, then we're just fine. Yeah, taking Ponder makes sense though. There's our land. Go ahead. I am leaning towards discarding Signet to Thirst, but we'll really see what happens, because Signet doesn't actually help me cast Vendilion Click any faster. Una's Prowler. Okay, Reanimator is a little bit scary for this deck. Let's play the Signet. I think I'm going to Vendilion Click on turn 3 anyway. I really regret getting rid of that Mystical Tutor now. I'll just take 3. I'm not going to discard a card here. Hopefully they are also not going to discard. Grim? Whoa. They might be black-red aggro. That's interesting. Island. I will draw step Vendilion Click them. And this just plays around Daze. Yeah. They could discard a card to Grim Lavamancer and then, or to Una's Prowler and then shoot me down with Grim Lavamancer, or do that even. Bone Shredder, Mishra's Factory. I don't care about any of those. Okay, so they're red-black beatdown, it appears, or something like that. My life total is kind of low. There's Brain Freeze. Doesn't really help. I think I'm gonna do a main phase Thirst for Knowledge. Okay. That's a lot of land. What is going on here? Why do I need that many islands? I mean, we basically just need a top deck Time Spiral. We're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I have to discard a card here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I go to 6 life. And then I can go, next turn I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I'm okay. I can discard next turn and still survive. Or go to 7. I don't know how I counted wrong. But Figure of Destiny does change the math. That's another island. Unreal. So I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they attack with Grim Lavamancer, I just die. I mean, I can't beat drawing, what, 5 islands in a row or something? I don't think brain freezing them for information helps me as much as... I think I still can survive if I discard twice here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, I actually have to, that's rough. No blocks. Discard a card. I guess they know about Brain Freeze. I think I just need High Tide, because that represents more mana than a land. So they're going to know about Brain Freeze, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I discard again. And then we just have to draw Time Spiral or Time Twister. Ideally Time Spiral. Alright, deck, give us the goods. Draw 7. Gitaxian Probe. Alright, I cannot pay life, so we're going to High Tide. Pay mana. Bone Shredder Spectre. Narset. Okay. We can still draw, like, I don't know. Time Spiral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. No! Paying life mattered. I couldn't. I mean, if I paid life, I go to 1 and they just kill me. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. That's so rough. That's so rough. Alright. Black-red aggro. Thing of the Ice is good. Maybe I bring in like a Hangerback Walker just to block stuff. Ugin is a great way to also just like empty the board. Mindslaver is not that good against their deck, I don't think. Like, they have a bunch of creatures, so I just take their turn and then pass turn. I think we can do better than that. But I like the mono blue. Makes our mana good. Gearhulk is also pretty good. Gearhulking back like a Cryptic Command can just win. So I could cut like a Boros Signet for a Torrential Gearhulk. I don't hate that. Alright, we get to be on the play. That's a huge help. If we were on the play that game, we would have won. This hand is miles better than the other one. Life total matters. I want to wait to ponder, so I'm actually just going to turn 1 Gitaxian Probe them, I think. I could also save Detecting Probe for Storm. Let's just ponder. Jace plus lands. I actually don't hate this. Put top. On top. Oh, I should have I did this wrong. I should have put Jace so they can't like grab it until turn 3. I should have put it on the 3rd from the top. That was a mistake. Because if they Thoughtseize now, they take my Jace, I'm in trouble. Yeah, that was just sequencing error. I wish I could have undone it. No! Oh, that was so bad. Because now I just have 2 lands on top. I mean, they could take Counterspell, but like this just gives them more opportunity. Yeah, that was bad. Okay, they take Counterspell, so it didn't really cost me too much, but it is still unfortunate. Here, I think I'm going to Detecting Probe, looking at their hand. No, again, no point. We gotta save it for Storm Count. Like, knowing what's in their hand doesn't do anything. I know the top card of my library is an island. Okay, so they're just Rakdos aggro. That's kind of sweet. So we're gonna play a draw step Vendilion Clip to figure out what's going on. And then we can protect the Jace with it. Avalanche Riders, an uncastable Chandra, and a Hypnotic Spectre. So I can block Hypnotic Spectre. Avalanche Riders comes down next turn. So basically they play Hypnotic Spectre this turn. Next turn they just kill a basic island. I think I just leave them with everything, or I just take Hypnotic Spectre and hope to like deny them. Actually, that makes sense. I just hope to deny them a play this turn. I guess they can go Factory. Yeah, let's just get rid of their play. Avalanche Riders hurts, but I have so many lands. Yeah, I'll take 2. And they didn't have a red source that turn. Obviously, I gave them a card draw. Ooh, Hangerback Walker. That's probably better than Jace here, I think. It just blocks everything forever. Now I can actually attack them for 3. We could just get there on Vendilion Click beatdowns. Get rid of their draw step, stop. Next turn we can play Jace plus Hangerback. Of course they drew the red for Chandra, but if they don't down tick on Vendilion Click, Chandra dies. Whoa, okay, that kind of makes sense, I guess. I'll just take the 2. There was actually some consideration to not take the 2 because getting Hangerback Walker Thopters can actually pressure their Chandra, but I don't think it's that important here. I'm gonna draw. Thirst for Knowledge is decent. We can go Island, attack them for 3. We're gonna use this blue to activate Hangerback Walker to protect the Jace. Interesting. Well, now they're just dying in the air very quickly. So I know their whole hand, so I'm gonna dismiss. That seems worse than playing Chandra here. Huh. I will block. I kind of want these Thopters, because now I'm hitting them for 6. That's a 2-turn clock. Jace makes me draw. That's so many lands. Attack for 6 in the air. I kind of wanted to Detecting Probe and see what's going on. I think paying life here is probably worth it. I'm not under that much pressure. Chandra and Seasoned Pyromancer. So their hand is garbage. What is going on? That's so many lands. Alright, let's go Island attack. So we give up the Jace. Opponent falls to 5. They can Chandra plus Mistress Factory hit me for 6. But then Jace survives. They can Season... So they played a land. They can Season Pyromancer and draw 2, but that seems bad. Yep. Figure costs 6 red. Okay, so they kill Vendilion Click. I guess I should have cast Thirst for Knowledge in response, because I could have drawn Counterspell. That was definitely a mistake. They drew... Una's Prowler is a good draw. That does block the Thopters. It's Thirst. I should have done that in response to Chandra. Let's discard 2 lands. Holy cow. For real. Holy cow, this is a lot of lands. Well, I have Torrential Gearhulk, which does pretty good defense duty. I can attack Chandra with... Attack Chandra, attack them. Actually, I don't think I attacked them. I just hit Chandra for lethal here. And then I keep back the Thopter to block the Prowler. We're going to be able to Gearhulk a Counterspell or a Thirst for Knowledge. Both of them being good since we just have infinite lands. Okay, Chandra dies. We pass turn. I definitely think I will just be Gearhulk ambushing here. Flashback Thirst for Knowledge. Oh my gosh. That is quite the land pocket we've seen here. Okay. Block here, take 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13 lands. That's a lot. This looked like Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay, so they basically refill their hand with other things. They have to chump block Gearhulk. They're actually in a good bit of trouble. Narset's good. Let's start with Narset. Because like Cryptic Command just wins. Ugin kind of just wins. Time Twister is very good. It actually discards a card from them and refills my hand. Let's get Time Twister. So Gearhulk on offense versus defense is the same because he forces a chump. So I just attack with Gearhulk and 2 Thopters. Actually, this is a 2-turn clock as well, right? They have to block here and then they take 3. Yeah, that seems fine. Am I going to Time Twister this turn? I can't hold up Spell Pierce then. I don't think I'm going to, so I'm just going to let this trade happen. Because I want to, wow. Because I want to get down Thing in the Ice. Sorry, my voice is, today's not a good day for my voice. So I apologize for the quality of the audio, but when your throat is just dead, it's just dead. So they have 3 cards. I have Time Twister, which I can do next turn. Okay. I figured that was gonna happen. Yeah, they're like some weird Rakdos aggro thing. I like it. We're just gonna keep going. LED Jace Upheaval. What are these opening hands? I mean, Upheaval gives me like something, but no. Time Twister, Palinchron. Sure. I think at this point, I'll just get rid of a land. That makes High Tide better, and that's a lot of lands. Turn 1 Thoughtseize every game? No! Oh my god. Why you have turn 1 Thoughtseize every game? They didn't even have to mulligan for any of them, I don't think. Actually, they probably mulled the 5 last game. I think they did. Okay, Jace is a good thing. It's probably even better than Time Twister in a lot of situations here. And if they don't have a turn 2 play, that's really good for me. I think they do, and they're just deciding which one. Shrine of... Okay. I'm gonna lose to straight up jank. Ooh. Maybe not. That protects Jace. They have to kill it. They can crack Shrine to kill the Hangerback Walker if they want to, but that's a win. That's a win for me. If they don't kill it... Okay. That's still fine. I basically just need to find like High Tide and then Time Spiral. Thopter blocks Jackal Pup. So I just need to kill them before Shrine goes off. I'm going to play Jace instead of Ponder. Jace is just going to draw here. I know they can then kill him, but I think giving them cards is a bad idea. Goes up to 4. My life total is not that low. Please don't be Chandra. So now they get to Chandra, kill my Thopter, kill my Jace. They have a Chandra in play. Okay, that's not good. I get like 1 or 2 turns. Let's Ponder. There's my Time Spiral. There's a Narset. So this actually kind of works. I can Ponder, grab Narset. Narset can grab a Time Spiral. And then I just need to find High Tide. Okay. And this at least makes them do 3 damage to Narset. So I get like 1 more turn here. I get Time Spiral. Pass turn. And we really got to find it. If they ignore Narset, that's even better for me, but I don't think they can because I'm about to do the dirty. No! Hidden Collective Brutality was the worst possible thing because now Time Twister's gone, Time Spiral's gone. I don't have any card draw or ways to shuffle. So I don't know how I can win now, really. That's all my draw 7s. Whoa, they took Frantic Search. What? Strange. Opponent not scared of Time Spiral, apparently. There's my Mystical Tutor. Well, if they don't kill me this turn, they die. Or they have to... I don't think they can do 20. They can hit me for like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't think I'm dead. And I could just Mystical Tutor for High Tide if they don't have like a Thoughtseize. They kill Narset. Okay. This is not the worst. Chandra just can't hit a discard spell, and then we're fine. Yeah, that's cool with me. I can't believe they took Frantic Search over Time Spiral. That was a massive mistake. They hit a mountain. Okay, we doing it. Mystical Tutor, give me High Tide. That's gotta be better than Upheaval. Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna go for the High Tide Time Spiral and hope it works out. Let's go High Tide. Palinchron generates mana, so let's do that. It's also one less card to draw. I can't go infinite with him yet, but if I Time Spiral into something good, then I can. It's 5. Let's play Time Spiral. See what we hit. There's another High Tide, there's Upheaval and Thirst for Knowledge. So I can at least... I can go land, play High Tide again. I can at least Upheaval if things get bad. They have a full grip, but... let's generate infinite mana first. And we really gotta hope this Thirst finds something. But we can, I think we can actually win here because we can make an infinitely large Hangerback Walker and then Upheaval. And so like, even if we don't storm off, that just wins. But if we thirst into something good, then that's even better. Yeah, so having Palinchron in play is pretty nice with High Tide active. And we want to make Hangerback Walker like absurdly large. Cast. So I'm going to come back after doing this for a little bit. Alright, we're at the point we're ready to Thirst for Knowledge, I think. Okay, let's discard 2 cards, just 2 lands. Let's Gitaxian Probe them. I have Counterspell now, so I think it's kind of just over. I can play mana here, I have plenty. Riders, okay, there's Time Twister. Okay, we can just win. 60 mana, that's plenty. So I'll get a little bit more here. I'm feeling a little bit froggy. Okay. That is 67. We'll do one more time just to get the world's largest Hangerback Walker. Then I can put their hand back and then Time Twister it. Yeah, so now we cast Upheaval. We get our Hangerback Walker back. So we just play him really big. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna make him a 17-17. Or 18, sure. 18-18 Hangerback Walker. Let's play Palinchron. Let's Time Twister. Actually, yeah. No, because I know their hand is terrible. Let's just pass turn. Discard some lands. Yeah, I don't want to like Time Twister them into like Black Lotus Mox or something like that. Alright, we are up. We're in the finals. Let's go. See you guys there. Alright, welcome to the finals. We're playing against Spork Core. Finally waking up, so my voice is getting better. Let's go. Going first, too. Good time to win the die roll. Good time to have a hand like this. I feel like I've had Vendilion Clique and Moro Signet in my opening hand like every game. And it's pretty brutal, I'm gonna be honest. Tapped Breeding Pool. I don't think I want a Mystical Tutor for Counterspell or anything. I definitely would rather Mystical Tutor for something better. So I can hold up Spell Pierce. That actually seems better than playing a Signet right now. Because Signet doesn't really do that much for me. If my opponent just goes turn 2 channel, Green Suns for 1. I actually will Spell Pierce that. That buys me basically an entire turn. At this point I could Mystical Tutor for Time Spiral because I have High Tide. But I'd rather wait and see what I draw naturally. Island, so I think at this point we just draw step Vendilion Clique. Just really limit their mana, see what's going on. Also puts a clock in play. Because I could also Mystical Tutor for like Cryptic Command if their hand is like ridiculously slow. Oh, what? Okay, well we definitely take Grim Monolith and leave them with nothing. Wow, their hand is very slow. Grim Monolith is gone. They drew Arbor Elf! Oh my gosh, okay. That's something. Okay, well we drew Counterspell. Alright, no longer complaining. Let's go Signet. I have Counterspell up still. Hit for 3. No longer a stop in their draw step. Do I counter Garruk Relentless? Actually, they're probably just going to go for Nissa. So Garruk Relentless just kills Vendilion Click? I don't hate that. That's fine. Yeah, they just trade. And then I can just counter Nissa. So Garruk is gone. I think they played a Forest. I think. They played an Island. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I think they played a Forest last turn. So I can Mystical Tutor for one of 2 cards. I can get Cryptic Command, or I can get Time Spiral. Because I do have High Tide Time Spiral, which is a good amount of mana. I think I can just wait one more turn, hope to draw a land here. Yeah, now High Tide Time Spiral is looking very enticing, because basically I'm just going to counterspell the Nissa who shakes the world. They played a Forest. Wow. Opponent not playing Nissa. They must have drawn like a Mystic Confluence. But if I go High Tide, I still have 8 mana, so I can Time Spiral with Counterspell backup. And that seems okay. Time Spiral. Alright, High Tide. We will play around days here. So I have Counterspell backup and I can draw a High Tide. Ooh, okay, there's an Ugin. So I can go Island. I also have Mystical Tutor, Frantic Search. I can do a lot here. We can go Mystical Tutor. I kind of like Mind's Desire, but I also like getting High Tide just for like infinite mana. I think Mind's Desire plays around, I guess I could also just get Brain Freeze, right? I have a Storm Count of 3. It'll be 4, 5, 6. It doesn't do it. I can Upheaval into Ugin. Upheaval into Ugin is pretty tempting too. But I think I like Mind's Desire. Because now I can Frantic Search. Discarding Island. Spell Pierce is basically worthless at this point. And I can play Thirst for Knowledge. There's High Tide Palinchron, so I played a land. That's infinite. Let's discard Ugin. Play High Tide. Play Palinchron. This is the beauty of having all of your lands be islands. So now I just get to Mind's Desire my entire deck. Palinchron doing work over here. So Vendilion Click doesn't even stop me. They do have a Progenitus in their deck, but I'm going to find Upheaval. So we're going to do this to get like a moderate storm count. I don't actually want to exile my entire deck because I would like to have things left so I don't like kill myself with Time Twister. So I'm going to come back in a little bit. All right, I think a storm count of 13 is all but guaranteed here. So let's cast Mind's Desire. LED is good. Brain Freeze. I can just win with Brain Freeze. Okay, so they scooped to Brain Freeze. That's, again, very good to know. They might have Eldrazi post-combat. They are playing green. I think... Do I need alternate win conditions? I don't think so. Like, Ugin's great. Exiles all the green stuff. I think I'm just going to run it. I think I am. Hang on. I really don't like this Signet. Let's just replace Signet with a Hangerback Walker, because that's also a good win condition with infinite Palinchron mana. Apparently, opponent has never seen Mono Blue Storm and Cube before. They don't watch my videos. They would have known the secrets. I'm going to keep this. It's like one land away from just doing everything. I have Ponder. I have Jace for card advantage. They're playing green, so like, what are they going to do? I don't feel that scared. Alright, they lead on a tapped land. That's good. So I'm going to probe and then ponder, right? No, ponder then probe, because if the top card of my library is not lands, I don't want to draw them. Yeah, this makes more sense. Ponder first. Ugin and 2 lands. No, I don't hate it. Shuffle your library, no. So I draw a land. I'm not going to probe because I know I just want to draw the top card. And I kind of want a Mystical Tutor after I draw to shuffle away the Ugin. Because I don't want to draw Ugin, but I do want to draw the 2 lands. Grim Monolith, that's scary. At this point, I might just be tutoring for Spell Pierce. And I'm going to do it during my main phase here. Right, just like cast Mystical Tutor. Then Gitaxian Probe for a Spell Pierce. Because High Tide is fine, but I could also just die to like a Nissa. I guess Spell Pierce only buys me like 2 turns. They also don't have any forests. I think I'm going to go for the defensive play. My hand is pretty set up for the late game here. And I probe them. Upheaval and lands. Okay, glad I got this Spell Pierce. Go. So now I can Vendilion click away Upheaval, and then they have nothing. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually don't even have to Vendilion click away Upheaval, but I think I like doing that. At like their end of turn, I'm actually not going to put a stop in the draw step. That lets them know I have Vendilion click. Questing Beast. Sure. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. So they're pressuring me, that's for sure. I almost want to click myself now. But I'll look at their hand. So I'm going to dismiss and then look. Get rid of Upheaval. There's Time Twister. Let's go Jace. Just let me draw. We can have a defensive Vendilion click. Because I'm not going to win the race. I think just keeping this alive seems important. Yeah, this is kind of awkward. I think I missed a land drop. No, because they're on the play. I did not miss a land drop. Because this deck really does not want to miss land drops. It can activate Lumbering Falls. But I'll trade off there. That's not so bad. Jace dies for sure. I lose this. Questing Beast is actually decent here. That's for sure. Island was a great draw. But I don't have High Tide. And that's the issue. I kind of wasted my Mystical Tutor early, playing around stuff that didn't exist. So I can do a couple things. I can Time Twister and hope to just have a fresh hand, because I'm going to take 4 this turn and basically Time Twister doesn't do anything like next turn. That gives them an entire turn to do whatever. But as far as like turns to do that, this is the best turn. I think I just Time Twister. Because basically if I don't draw specifically High Tide next turn, I just lose. So let's do this turn. This gives me the most chance to untap with like a passable hand. Like this hand. This hand is great. Pass turn. So if they can't kill me, I can win. That's fine. I think sort of Body and Mind is just terrible. Like milling your opponent's generally just not good in Vintage Cube. Like there are so many ways. Like if I had Yawgmoth's Will or something like that to punish this. I don't. Any order, doesn't matter. Yeah, okay. They're tapped super low here. I think we're fine. Ugin, let's go cast LED. Play an island. I mean, I'm kind of just going in on a Time Spiral here. I don't really want to Cryptic Command tap their team. That doesn't buy me much. They're tapped out, so let's just Time Spiral. Sack this for blue. See what we draw. It's a Mindslaver and an Upheaval. And a Thing in the Ice and a Ponder. I think flipping Thing in the Ice is going to be hard, so we'll start with Ponder. I want to find Mind's Desire, I think. Mystical Tutor, Time Twister. I can also just jam Ugin and -4. Oh, this is hard. So I can Time Twister down to 5 mana, and then High Tide puts me up to 8. I guess I just have to Time Twister into Mind's Desire at this point. Yeah. Alright, let's keep shuffling them up. I think we can do this. High Tide gives me 8. Can Mystical Tutor into Frantic Search. think I'm actually a bit short of Mind's Desire. I can Brain Freeze them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So Stormcloud is 6, 7. That actually does it. If they don't have an Eldrazi. Put Brain Freeze on top, get them. I have Counterspell to, like, protect. If they don't have an Eldrazi, which they didn't last game, they're just dead. They're sending a message, which seems like we're good. Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm chatting with the opponent. I think they're dead. This would be kind of like the slow roll of the century if they're not. But I'm going to Brain Freeze them out. And then, GG's, okay. They're dead. Beautiful. Oh, they had Leovold. That's scary. Trigon Predator, Mind Twist. Alright, they were just like a Sultai Leovold deck. I thought they were green ramp, but appears to be not the case. Oh, they have Progenitus in their deck. I'm actually dead. Unless they say yes to Sylvan Library. Uh-oh. Oh no. It is not GG's. Oh boy. I mean, it would have been. I just have to wait one turn. No. I did not realize that they had Progenitus in their deck. Right. Well, looks like we're going to game 3. That's fine, that's fine. We can win a game 3. So, Mill is not necessarily the best win condition, it seems. I guess I don't really want to show them more of my deck, so I'll just concede here. So they have Leovold, so some amount of removal could be necessary. I mean, I have a good amount of counter spells. I kind of like Gearhulk here. I just can't let Leovold resolve, which is a little bit scary. Mindslaver seems kind of medium. Gearhulk seems better, so let's just do that. Alright, I'm gonna go first. Let's win this game. Spell Pierce into Twister. Hopefully they don't have turn 1 Elf, but Spell Pierce in the opening hand seems pretty nice. We know opponent had like Green Sun Zenith, couple Planeswalkers, Natural Order. They mulligan to 5. Well, now I'm probably gonna play Jace instead of Time Twister. Uh-oh. Do they have the Elf? Uh-oh. They can go Elf into Leovold here. I need to draw an answer right now. I don't think this deck can beat Leovold. Unless I, like, get Cryptic. It'll be very hard, though. Okay, no Leovold. That's good. Green Sun's for 1? I think... Why are they doing it for 1? I think I Spell Pierce and just try and cut them off of mana? Especially if they're missing land drops. Yeah, okay. It's kind of interesting that they went for 1 here because, Jace target me. They could have waited 1 turn and then gone Green Suns for 3 to hit Leovold, which is way worse for me. But them being stuck on mana is great. So we know they have 3 spells in hand. They attack Jace, that makes sense. So I have to decide if I want to uptick or downtick Jace. Regrowth Green Sun Zenith. Okay, well now I have to Time Twister because they can just grab Leovold. Is that true? I can Mystical Tutor for Counterspell and then uptick Jace and then Time Twister. Or I can just pass turn. If they go for Leovold, then I can Cryptic. Definitely playing Island. The question is, do I Jace Mystical or Mystical then Jace? Because I can grab Counterspell. That stops that. But then I don't have a Mystical Tutor ready. It seems better to go this way. Plus Jace. Go. Yeah, we can't have Leovold entering. I'm really glad I got to see their deck. So they can either attack Jace or go for the Leovold play. Green Sun for 3, definitely not happening. They hit Jace, that makes sense. Okay, well, that was pretty good. I think we just Time Spiral here. That just generates tons of mana. There's a Mind's Desire and a Ponder. Let's Ponder. Brain Freeze, Hangerback Walker. So I can just grab Brain Freeze that leaves them with just Progenitus. Or I can shuffle and try and hit something bigger. I think I like shuffling. Gearhulk is decent, so let's uptick Jace. Oh, I know what I have to do. I have to Mind's Desire here, and then uptick Jace after I Brain Freeze them. It's only a storm count of 3, but that's okay. Let's go for it. We have a lot of good hits. Probe, land, land, Vendilion Click. Let's start with Probe. Upheaval, Nissa, Leovold, Grim Monolith. Okay. They actually can't cast Leovold here. There's Mystical Tutor. I think I can do this. So I can Mystical Tutor or Brain Freeze. And then I can... So let's start count 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll mill them for only 24. They don't have Progenitus in hand. It's Mystical Tutor. I can get Frantic Search. That's gotta be pretty good. Yeah, because then I can Gearhulk a Frantic Search. Then I Vendilion Click myself to get rid of Counterspell. I kind of like Counterspell, but I don't think I'm going to have the mana. Let's just get rid of Counterspell. Now I can Frantic Search. Discard 2 lands, untap all of this. Cast a High Tide. Cast a Gearhulk. Gearhulk can flashback Mystical Tutor. Let's get back Frantic Search. Discard these 2. Untap these. Now I can plus Jace. Palinchron goes infinite. Kind of sucks I wasted a bunch of time playing against them, but we could still do this. We found the lines. Sorry, I'm not cutting it because I want to make sure I get through in time. So if you want to see what happens, skip ahead. But I don't want to waste time like clicking around in the interface and stuff. Click OK. Probably do this one more. I just don't want to like upheaval and not have enough mana to do everything. Alright, this works. So now I go upheaval. I can Gearhulk my Mystical Tutor. Grabbing Brain Freeze. Then I can Vendilion Click my... No, I could just Narset. Narset, down tick, get Brain Freeze. Brain Freeze them. And then I can Jace to make them draw their last card. So they die. So they mill out. Progenitus definitely goes on top. We know that's going to happen. Oh no, they didn't even let me show them the best play. Opponent, no. Go to game, go to game. Can I show chat? I don't know why the chat disappears so quickly. So, yeah, because they have Progenitus in their deck, so they go down to 0 cards, or 1 card left. Then I Jace, each player draws, so then they have 0 cards, and then their draw step kills them. That's how you beat like Blightsteel and Progenitus and stuff like that. That was a pretty... Torrential Gearhulk did work that game. I was pretty happy with what went down. Oh, great game, Sport Core. That was another trophy. Kind of crushing it over here. We're going to keep running it back. See you guys next time.